Hello everyone and welcome back to MI Milsurp. Today we're going to take a look at these edged weapons, so it's not really a gun content. Hopefully I'm not too busy this weekend that I can actually do a nice shooting video up at the range, but we'll have to see. I mean, it's been hot and I just worked a 13-hour day at work, so we'll see what we can do. Real quick, we'll take a look at this one first. This is the obsidian knife. She's not super sharp. We could do some more napping and everything on her. I mean, you get cut on that, but it's not super sharp. It is a deer antler, maybe an elk antler, but all I know from the guy said it was antler. He brought it up from Florida. It was a Seminole who made these. So he's got the obsidian knife here. That one was mine. And then my wife bought this one. The flint knife. This one is not as sharp as the other one, but harder as well. I mean, you can even, I have actually, which is kind of funny, hit this with some steel and well, hit some steel with it, and it did make some sparks, which was kind of cool. But that's the flint knife. These are my really rustic ones, and then this is my wife's knife right here. We showed that off in a previous video. It is a really nice stainless steel. It is absolutely super sharp, and it is made with moose antler. It's more of a modern knife, so nothing crazy. We'll set that guy over here, and we'll take a look at this right here. This was another one that was made by a Seminole. He did craft this thing. Whoop, there we go. Right hand. Himself. This is suede leather. It's nice and soft. Nothing on the end there. It looks like there is, but there's nothing. It is a pipe, so it goes all the way through the other end. You can smoke this pipe if you wanted to, and then you can actually even use it as a edged weapon. It is semi-sharp, but I wouldn't really use it as a weapon or as a throwing thing. It's just a nice, cool thing I got from an actual Seminole Indian. He was making them and selling them at a gun show we went to. So set that guy back up. Now the coup de grace. This is the katana that my father-in-law bought me at one of our gun shows. I didn't know he was buying it for me. He gave it to me for Christmas one year, but I just dropped that. I did not want to drop it, but this guy did serve in World War II. It is a very beautiful blade. I have polished it and made take good care of this one. See, I did the correct polish as well. I've got that kit back here. That has its polish kit. Got the correct shells and the correct oil that they would use to polish this. The thing that attracted me most to this guy was the intricate designs that were on here. They're very pretty, and it has that little there, and nothing really on the end there, but I'm going to set her up here real quick. You never set katana on its edge. I'll leave her like that, and then we'll pick up. Got good to go in my safe there. Pick up this guy here. It's regular wood. It doesn't have its lock on there. That's where this would go, and then I don't have the end piece to it. So it's all original, but it had that little, looks like a moth or a butterfly on one side, and that dragonfly. This was what I liked. I looked up the symbolism to them, but I have long since forgotten the symbolism of the dragonfly and the butterfly. But this is definitely one of my favorites. I do need to take her down and polish her, and maybe I'll do a video. I'll set up the camera of polishing that, but just kind of showing her off. Actually, you know what? We'll do the video. We'll do that. I'll set up the I'll pause it and I'll set it up, and we'll actually do a little bit of polishing. So give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. So we got her out. I didn't grab the kit. Damn it, I spent too much time setting up the camera. Give me 1 second to grab the kit from up top. Alrighty. And we'll show off the kit real quick. Pick up the camera and open up the kit. So in the kit, we got this guy that helps you wipe off the the excess dust and stuff. Set that aside. Then you got your powder dabber. You dab the powder on. That helps polish it. And you got your oil in here. And that oil, I can't remember what it is. It's some sort of nut oil, tree oil. And then this is for taking it apart. I'm never going to do that with this one until I'm quite sure that it is safe for me to do so. And then in here you have the temporary pegs for your handle and take it out. But we're not going to do that. We don't need to open her up and look at all that stuff. So we'll just set this aside. That set up. Take the sword out, and typically you want to do this across your leg and everything, but not on the blade down. That's how I used to do it. I sit on my bed and I would do it across my leg. Set it up. Let me open up the powder guy here. Come on. So what you do with this whole set, I'm going to set her down on the block so we can see her. Powder's ready. It's ready. And we'll get one of the oils out. Now this does come straight from Japan. So everything's written in Japanese, as was the lid, but I'm not going to pull the lid out because it's holding up my sword right now. So what you do, you put your oil on there. You don't want to touch it with your hands either. You just put little dabs on. And that should be good. I put a lot on the end there, but that's okay. And you kind of dab these puffs on there of the dust. And then I always like to take another puff of dust. And you can see I get a little dusty there. You don't need much, but you don't want to scour this guy. So set her down. You take it from the bottom. See the sword edge is up top. You take it from the bottom, you just wipe her down. That oil. And that stuff on there. It polishes it up really well and makes sure it's nice and oiled. I keep realizing that I'm going out of frame on this. But you can see that shine, it's beautiful. And you can take it and you can rake it across. Just kind of dabbing like that. And then my father-in-law, he liked to do his, he would dab. And you can see it's getting a little of those poofs on there. And you don't need much. Try to shake it out a little bit. It's gotten pretty dense over the years, but you can see there's a little spot of oil on there now, and I didn't want to do that. Do that real quick. Whoop, hey! Cat jumped over here. Almost got herself speared with a sword. So we'll wipe off all that excess stuff. Now this rag has got plenty of the oil in it. I think you can see that kind of right there. Point with the sword. There's plenty of that oil in there. So I'm going to dab some stuff on the other side. Sorry, there we go. That's not broken up. This is made with oyster shell, I believe, so it poofs out. And it's very finely ground. We got plenty of oil. We don't need extra oil, so we're going to flip her upside down like that, so the sword is away from you. The sharp end, that is. You just kind of up and down, just like you were doing the other side. But I have it on the same side we had it, just with the other hand, and I'm putting the dust, as you can see, down the side. I know it's a terrible view of this thing. Let me try and get it up higher. There, now I get a little better view. You can see our cat, Marcy, right over there. Hello, Mars. Just be careful, baby. Doing three things at once here. across there like that. And you can see that thing's absolutely shiny now. Beautiful shiny. We'll just do some finishing touches real up close. You won't see that in the video, I apologize. And that looks good. But I can show you kind of what I've been getting out of it. There were a lot of these spots on it. I'm going to point with the brass so I don't hurt anything. All these spots here, I don't know if you can see it very well in the video, that were blackened, and I'm trying to polish those out. It's kind of like pit rust. If you had a rusty sword or anything. So what I'm doing real quick is just wiping her down with the oily rag and making sure that stays nice and clean and oiled on every side. And so I'm going to dab a little bit more oil on there and then a little bit onto my rag. I don't know, you can't see it now, but we'll pick it up. Show kind of the oil going on. And then I'll do the same thing on the other side. Oops. Doesn't take much. Flip her over the other side. Be very careful. It is a very sharp sword. I can do some real damage with this thing if I wanted to. Very careful. Tip there. Okay. So we'll set her back up. Pick her up. Grab a rag again. And we'll wipe her down. First, watch out, Mars. Hey! She went and tried to bat at it. So I gotta be careful. We'll wipe her down first towards the shaft, or towards the handle, and then we'll wipe up very slowly, very gently, without touching the blade with your own fingers. But you can see that absolute beautiful shine on there now, with that oil and that polish on there. Yep, that is my polish kit. I'll show the sword off in a little more detail real quick. Kind of in the corner, but beautiful sword. It's a little one, not a long katana, but I love it. So, set her back up. Show the sword. So if you like this, go ahead and leave a like, guys. Comment what you think. If I should get more of these swords, or if I should just stick with the one. Comment what you want to see. I'm always open for ideas for videos. If you have any ideas, I love to hear them. I've had a couple already, which is nice. I'm hoping we get out for the 4th of July shoot, like I said. I have been extremely busy with work. It's just been kicking my butt. So, yep, thanks for stopping by, guys. Have a good day.